Hello and welcome to Warblog. Today we're looking at Sukhna, which is sort of ongoing at the moment. The official sort of narrative is that the ISIS units pretty much left, and obviously if you want to do that in this scenario then you can, but I'm going to play it as though they sort of hold their ground. Basically you've got Sukhna there, which is sort of divided up into Sukhna south and east. And you've sort of got forces of screening irregulars with this sort of one outlier, and then two blocks of motorised units. You've got a sort of reserve of mechanised units, some insurgents, and in each of these hexes there's quite a lot of rockets. So the only thing to notice about the rockets is they've got a range of 4. I've sort of looked at the scale. One of these hexes is about a mile. I don't normally do this sort of close range, so to sort of reflect that, I've given these Syrian artillery units a range of 8. Normally they have a range of 4. They've got a range of 8, which sort of should make it quite interesting because you can pretty much hit anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can't get the town straight away, but you only need to move forward a few hexes, and you could sort of almost sit there and just blow them up with artillery, which would probably be one of the reasons why ISIS actually left, because that's what I would do. And I'm sort of almost tempted to wonder why I don't do that. Anyway, so they also have some air force. It does say they've got air support from Russia, so I've given them some Russian units with ground support with these attack helicopters. It doesn't actually mention Syrian Air Force, but imagine that they're in there somewhere, so I've given them a unit as well. So it's quite formidable. The only thing is they've got some air defence, but I think they only have 1, so not too great. So it should be a walkover really, but I'm going to sort of play it. Now, I don't really know what the strategy is. I'm just going to have a little blast on this, see whether I can give myself any good ideas. The only thing I would say, these are sort of obstructions. They're barbed wire, tank traps, things like that. So there's quite a lot of it. Because they're not related to one side or another, I've sort of given them, there's not one there. So there's access into the town there, there's access there or exit, and there's access there. So you can come through here, or out there. Everything else is sort of like blocked. So all of this, it doesn't mean you can't go through it. It means that when you move in there, you're stopped. So essentially, what that actually means, from the point of view of, let me just reload that. What that actually means from the point of view of the defenders is that they've got 2 clear battle groups, as I like to call them. One to this side, because once you've committed yourself, you can't really sort of just go around, so you can get through there. But these units, well, whatever they do, they'll be looking to go back into there or run away. Well, these units will essentially need to come through, sort of either through here or run away. Depending on what sort of strategy you wanted to play. But basically, there's this group, which, I mean, whilst it could sort of try and escape through there, I mean, basically these, I would imagine that the Syrian army is going to get that front line quite quickly and block that exit off. So, anyway, as an initial move, I mean, there's 3 and 3. There's 3 mechanised, 3 motorised. There's little in the way of indirect fire. I mean, the rockets only have a range of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically the ISIS units can only really 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is their fire zone. So as long as we stick before that, we can pretty much deploy where we want. We don't really have to worry too much about these irregulars, but But if we keep the sort of more than 5 stacking observation in, then that should be fine. So this one's on his own, but we've got an armoured unit here. So let's see how far we can push this armoured unit forward. Okay, well that's as far as he's going, so let's stack him up there. Now obviously the tank traps are a pain, but so once we go into them our movement is 0, but that's not such a big problem because we can just form up on our front line, so that didn't really cause too much of a problem. Okay. Well, let's keep some of this unit there. So we've got a full set of stacks. Obviously the front line is not as large as we might like it, but I think next turn we can sort of spread out a bit in that direction to create a broader front line. But for now that's what we got. So I think the first thing to maybe possibly do is to fire at this unit here, or this stack. Perhaps I should split them up a bit. Okay. Well, that was solid. 6.4, 6, 1.8, 3.9, 0.6 and nothing. So they've really taken a pounding. They had air defence support as well. I think I will, when I review it, I think I'll split that up a bit because I think it's a bit, I just put them there almost because I was a bit lazy. In fact, they shouldn't have actually even been in that stack. They should have been a bit behind, like this one is behind the line. Just missed that a bit. So we've moved up. We've done all our indirect fire, so that's that. Well, took a real pounding. So we're splitting that up. Splitting that up as well. And we're keeping the rockets where they are. I think we're going to sort of move some irregulars into some kind of interesting position. Now what we do have in here are some insurgents. Oh no, he's stuck in the tank traps. He's got enough to get there with his car bomb. And we're going to go for the motorised unit. Insurgent action failed but was not caught. Oh well, we've got another one. I think we'll do the same again. I can never remember how it works. Never remember how it works. I've got one more in there, look. Capture. Insurgent action failed. It was not quite. Why is all this? Okay. I think what I want to do is cause chaos. Leave all that in there. So we've got enough in there. I'm playing an advanced sort of forward strategy for ISIS here and just going for these attritions. Unsuccessful. Unsuccessful. Nope. Nope. So that's it. The reason I've done that is because it's now going to bog him down. Now he's probably not too concerned, but he's probably going to want to. He can't just separate out now. He's going to have to fight his way out of that separation. Okay. Right, so they don't have the luxury of a large stack to fire at. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Well, we're going to set the artillery up. Well, there's only 30 seconds left of this video. I'm not sure what I'm going to do another one. But the artillery is basically going to start firing on this stack. Because I think I can deal with this. I can attack into there, I can attack into there, attack into there. I can attack into somewhere else and not advance. I can still extend my line. I can start pulverising that big stack. So, but bear in mind, ISIS just ran away in this situation, so, and understandably. It's sort of, Anyway, I'll speak to you later.